Today I'm going to walk you guys through 5 SaaS tools that I genuinely don't think you need anymore because of Claude Cowork. This is the exact replacement matrix, what to cancel, what to set up in Claude Cowork, and how to do it. We're going to be running through this guide today inside the AI Academy. If you haven't heard of the AI Academy before, this is my free school community where I teach you how to use AI with free tools, guides, and walkthroughs. Everything in this community is 100% free. We have a 30-day AI Academy challenge, AI agents course, discount codes, news, and a full guides vault. So if you want to follow along with both this video and the guide below, you can access it with the link in the description. Now, before I hop into this guide, I want to make it clear. At bulk or at great quantity, some of these things don't make sense to cancel. One of them is Zapier, for instance. I use Zapier 50,000, 100,000 times a month. This would not be viable with Cowork financially for the amount of tokens I would be spending. But I made this guide to consolidate your stack because I think sometimes people get so locked into paying 30 to 50 bucks a month for a tool that they can now automate for $5 worth of tokens. So I'm going to walk you through the full setup and we'll see if any of these 5 are right for you to replace that tool that you're spending money on now. If you can think of any other tools that would be useful, please come inside the community, respond to this video under every single guide. Once it's live, we do a little post where people can talk about what they thought. Super helpful, everyone learns, and it's a group win. So let's start running through this guide here. AI is supposed to consolidate your stack, which I said. Instead, most people just added Claude or ChatGPT on top of their existing SaaS stack. This guide is that cancellation list. 5 tools Cowork can now replace. And I've tested every one. I've swapped some of them, like I hinted at, some I haven't, just because I do a greater quantity and it wouldn't make sense. But I think it's still helpful. Why I get to tell you this, I'm not a SaaS reviewer. I built a sneaker company to $1 million in revenue when I was 17. I built and sold a small AI startup while I was still in school. I run a 100,000 subscribed newsletter called the AI Debrief, which is mostly run on Claude and automations, although I write the articles myself. 30 million plus views so far with AI content. And I ship paying client AI builds, ManyChat, Claude systems all the time. I'm in Cowork every day, I'm in Claude every day, and I'm going to actually show you some stuff in Cowork on this video. What Cowork does that most people miss. Before the cancellation list, the 30-second version of why Cowork eats so much of your stack. It connects to 60 plus apps via MCP, Gmail, Calendar, Beehive, Notion, Slack. MCP, to dumb it down, just means it can access all the data and act on your behalf. So it can pull from Gmail, Google Drive, Notion, while you're still in Claude. Persistent memory, agents retain context across sessions, no more starting from scratch every time. There's the Microsoft 365 add-ons. I don't personally use these, but I know they're popular. Dispatch mode, text or voice commands from your phone. I'm going to make a separate video on this. Super powerful. And then multi-agent orchestration. One prompt fires dozens of sub-agents in parallel. So the 5 I believe that you can cancel today. The first is Calendly. I've had this canceled for quite a while, but it can be replaced by Cowork and the Google Calendar MCP in dispatch mode. It usually costs 12 to 25 bucks a month, last time I checked. Cowork can take it over by scheduling meetings, finding time, and sending confirmation emails. The setup connect Google Calendar via MCP. So if we go into Cowork and we click the plus, we'll go to connectors here. And you can see my Google Calendars are always on. I like to just leave, these are the ones I run. I just leave them on for every chat. Cowork can now read your availability, process your time, send the email at the event. You also want to make sure here that you have the Gmail toggled on. And then you can prompt with something like, find a 30-minute slot with Sarah next week, send her 3 options, and it will do the entire thing for you. So like if we go back, I guess I can test this one. If we go back and we can say, hey Claude, what's my availability look like tomorrow? And it will pull from my Google Calendar. Now, again, you could do this in a regular chat, but the power of this is you could ask it a question and then you could say, hey, block off some time on my calendar from 1 to 3 p.m. for deep work. So as you can see now, it pulled from my calendar It's wide open, no events scheduled for the day. I believe this is on my work calendar. Want me to find any other calendars? And then you can tell it to block off time if you wanted. I'm personally not going to do that right now because I don't have to go through and clear it, but you get the point. This can be done autonomously. Again, Calendly does have its benefits. None of these I'm saying you should cancel. I'm just saying you have the possibility if it works for your workflows now. Now, the second is a tool I actually really love, Notion AI. Can be replaced, however, with Cowork, Drive MCP, and a Word add-on. I think it's like $10 a month. Note summarization, document drafting. Cowork connects to Google Drive, OneDrive, and Notion, as I've shown here. Boom. Google Drive, Notion. The Word and Outlook add-ons handle in-document AI editing. So it's basically doing everything Notion AI is doing for you. Again, personal preference, convenience, if you just want to be in Notion and use the thing in the bottom right. Super simple. Third is Zapier. I hinted at this one at the beginning of the video. I still use Zapier because of my quantity, but if you want to do it with Cowork and MCP connector, dispatch mode, and the multi-agent workflows, you totally could. Again, the big unlock here is going to be these connectors and make sure you have everything set up. I'll let you guys run through this one. If there's any questions in the community, please let me know. This could be a whole video in itself, to be honest. Otter AI, or Fireflies. If you haven't heard of this, it's an AI note taker. There's a few of these, Granola, Fathom, Otter, all very popular. But it can easily be replaced now with Cowork, audio file processing, and the Calendar MCP. Probably $16 to $30 a month. It'll do the meeting transcription. And again, guys, I think a lot of these are, if it is worth it for you to save the $20 a month in return for spending a few hours setting it up and the downturn of not having the convenience of the app or website for you, I would suggest doing it. The point of this video is to just bring attention that it is possible. And then the fifth one, Grammarly Premium with Cowork, Word add-ons, an Outlook add-on, saved $15, $30 a month. Rain Assistant, I haven't used Grammarly Premium in a while. And a quick overview of the replacement matrix here. We've gone through all these. Total monthly savings, depending on, like I spend like almost $1,000 in Zapier a month. So it's just not worth it for me to risk that. And I'm a trust in their enterprise model more than something I've built in a weekend. And then the token spend too. But if you were using all these, I think on just the beginner payment, you'd be saving $70 to $160 a month, depending on the plan tiers. And that's could be $1 to $2 grand a year. Most people are paying for Claude and these tools. You can cancel the 5 if it's basic, and you can really just set these up with the guide above. Again, I'm happy to do individual walkthroughs, building, showing how these work, if that's of interest to people. I try not to do long build outs unless I know it's of interest, which is why I made this community where I can show the DIY builds and building out for other people. Use them as case studies. Hopefully it'll help some people out. And then at the end here, I just wanted to list a few things that you shouldn't cancel yet. There's a few things Cowork doesn't replace cleanly yet. Keep paying for these. The vertical industry tools, your CRM and sales, your accounting software. Yeah, I think these are going to be safe for a little bit. They're very, very dense. Live collaboration platforms, Figma, Linear. Cowork can interact with MCP, but they aren't in the same product catalog or category, excuse me. Real-time tools, live transcription. Cowork is async first. And high frequency public booking, Calendly for coaching, for constant inbound. The shareable link is the moat here. This was just a line just to highlight, hey, like again, we talked about how you could replace this, but that live link is kind of a game changer. The rule of thumb, cancel anything where the value is AI on top of the blank app. Keep anything where the value is the app itself. What to do next? Open Cowork, connect the 3 MCPs and many more. I'll go through mine quick. The MCPs I like to use, Beehive for my newsletter, all the Google stuff. Notion just for some notes, it's where I store it. OpenBrain is everything that I'm building and working on where I don't want Anthropic or OpenAI to have access over it, just in case, I don't know. Claude and Chrome, and then some Google Drive and some more Notion stuff. I have some more on my other Claude account, but I think those are the basics everyone should start with. Then pick the easiest one of the 1 to 5. Again, if you have other subscriptions in your workflow and you're wondering if they can be canceled, again, we'll have a little post at the bottom of this guide that's linked to it where people can chat. drop into the free community. Ask questions. People are very responsive. It's actually May 31st right now. We give away Apple products at the first of every month for the people that are the most engaged, just to encourage people. Again, this is all education-based. Yeah, I drop a new video every single day. Make sure you subscribe. Our Plus community is thriving. You can turn this education into profit. If that's of interest, there's a link at the bottom of the guide here. 7 people already in there, which is great. And if that, drop a comment below. If I missed anything, I respond to every single one. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Deuces.